Good morning to you, my dear children. Hope you enjoy your days, even though you are at home. And I hope that you are following the classes which we upload. Today, in English course, we are going to study about nouns. Nouns, you know, these are naming words. We see different people like Ram, Rahim, John, Mary, etc. And also we see different things like flask, chalk, book, duster, board, etc. And also we will go to different places like Tividamala, Parayanu, Arathu, etc. All these are familiar to us. So, every day we use these naming words in our day-to-day life. In every language that we communicate, we use these naming words. These naming words or nouns that is included in the parts of speech and that is divided into different categories. Already you know it. First category is proper nouns. Second, common. Then abstract nouns. Then connective nouns. Concrete nouns. Again, these proper nouns and common nouns, these are again divided into countable and uncountable nouns. You know this division. I think that you will keep it in your mind. And now we will go on with one by one and we will study the formation of nouns.
The first category of nouns is proper nouns. Proper nouns is the names of particular person, particular place or particular things. And you will see one by one with the examples. Abdul Kalam, that's the name of a particular person, so it belongs to the category of proper noun. Barack Obama, that is the name of another famous person and that is an example for a proper noun because he is a particular person and everyone knows him. Taj Mahal, that is the name of a thing, that is why it is a proper noun and it begins with a capital letter. Or the name of place like Thiruvananthapuram. You know Thiruvananthapuram and that is the name of a particular place, that is why that is included in proper noun. All the proper nouns will be capitalized like the names of persons, places or things. India, Rahim, Afghanistan, etc. Next category of nouns is common nouns. Common nouns are the general names of similar groups of persons and they will have similar characteristics and that can be of animals, things, etc. For example, mother, that is not a proper name but that is a common name. Dog, that is a common name. Boy, that is also a common noun.
Now we are going to see the difference between a proper noun and a common noun. Boy, that's a common name, that's a common noun because if I say boy, you will be thinking about any boy. But if I say about Ram, that is the name of a particular person. You will think only of a particular person. That's why Ram will be a proper noun and boy will be a common noun. Dog, that is a proper common noun. But when you say about your Tommy, that is your puppy, you will use it as proper noun.
that is a common noun, but when you say about the Mulberry text, that's a proper noun. So, all the nouns that is referred to a common thing or general thing, that is called common nouns. Whereas, if it is the name of a particular person, particular place or particular thing, that is called proper noun. Now we will see which are abstract nouns. Abstract nouns are those nouns which will tell about a particular quality or an idea or an ideal, etc. For example, honesty, kindness, love, freedom. So, abstract nouns will be dealing with particular qualities, ideas, etc. Now we will see what are collective nouns. Collective, from the word itself, you know that's a group of things. When a particular noun refers to a group, that is called collective nouns. For example, a class refers to a number of students. So, a class of students means a number of students in a class. A bouquet of flowers means a number of flowers that is in a bouquet. So, that is also a collective noun. A crowd of people. A crowd means a number of people. Even though we feel that it's a single entity, it contains a large number of people. So, this is also called as a collective noun. What are concrete nouns? Concrete, from the word itself is very clear. These nouns will be identified very well. These nouns will be identified through our five senses, through seeing, smelling, tasting, hearing or touching. And all the nouns will be categorized into concrete noun or abstract noun. And here this chalk, this is a concrete noun because I can see it. Or this flask, this is a concrete noun. I can understand that this is a concrete noun by seeing. And many things we can identify by touching. So, all those nouns which can be identified through any of our senses are called concrete nouns. There is also another type of nouns which are called material nouns. Material, from the word itself you can identify these materials are used to make other objects. For example, gold. Gold is used to make different ornaments. Silver, that is another material which is used to make other objects. Or wood, you know what are the uses of wood. I hope you understood what are different types of nouns. We will discuss about how to form a noun. You can form new nouns by adding suffixes to a word like ness, ity, tion, etc. For example, kind. Kind, that is an adjective. When you add any s's along with kind,
you will get kindness. That's a noun. Gentle. Adjective. And when you add ness along with it, you will get gentleness. Next. Able. Ability. Transform. Transformation. You will see many other words which are used as nouns and adjectives which can be changed into abstract nouns or any other forms of nouns. Please try to do it and fill it in your textbook. Once you do it with your pencil in your textbook, and next week I will send you the right answers. There you can correct the answers. Today you have to complete your first lesson in the textbook, and next week I will send you the right answers so that you can identify whatever you have done is correct or not. So please do it today itself. We'll clarify more when you come back to school.